Little victories here. Happy holidays, everyone. I have a solid 20 card PSA order reveal today. I'm happy with the results, and there are some really nice profits in this sub. Turnaround time was great. I'd say around 30 days. It's nice to see that value bulk get back to that 1 month turnaround time. I think that's a sweet spot. If only we could stay consistent with that 30-day turnaround time would be great. Unfortunately, an update on my last SGC order. It still hasn't arrived back to me. It seems completely lost at this point, which is I'm really bummed about. It was sent back to me USPS. You know, in my 20 years of grading cards, probably near 1,000 orders, I've never had an order not arrive back to me, so I'm still holding out hope. But I think a good tip would be not to use USPS during the holidays for shipping your orders. I would designate FedEx for return shipping. I mean, all shipping carriers are slammed right now for the holidays, but I'd say no more than USPS, which increases the likelihood of lost and stolen packages with them. But I'll keep you guys updated on that order in the future. But let's go ahead and start. Should be quick and fun. And as always, upper left, I'll give what I paid for the card, the estimated value, EV, and the estimated profit, EP. So look for those. Okay, here we go. Let's get them out. Oh, wow. We're going to start off with my favorite card in the order. Sounds good to me. All right. All right, first card up was an incredible eBay raw purchase. We have a 2007 Myles Garrett. You know, I PC some of his stuff. He's just a game changer. This is the red jersey number, so the card's numbered out of his jersey number out of 95. Pre-grade was a 10. I thought it looked great. Especially for a thicker card, when I got it back from eBay, I couldn't believe the condition. And I'm so happy the seller didn't grade it. And I bought it for like $43 raw on eBay. So there are good deals to be found right now. There's the numbers right there. So nice profit on this card. Next card is a fun one. If you saw my last card shop video, I bought this along with a few more cards in this order, I believe, that I graded. And gosh, I think I only bought it for like $6, and it looked really clean. I liked it because I watched that Yogi Berra documentary, and at Yankee Stadium they had a Yogi Berra day, and on that day David Cone pitched a perfect game to Joe Girardi. So I love this card. Nice piece of history, and it's actually game used uniforms. With got the pinstripe for David Cone, and it is a pop 1, slightly thicker card. Very happy with this. So good start. Next up, you know, I went to the University of Oregon. I know this is Oregon State. It's the rivalry, but I enjoy all Oregon universities. And Luke Musgrave, incredible college career, and I thought he would get off to a really hot start for the Packers. He got injured, so that's been hurting him, but I still think he has a lot of potential. This is the gold Prism draft picks, numbered out of 10. And it looked great. Another raw purchase off eBay. Gem Mint 10. This is the Jamar Chase. I bought a few packs at the card shop, and that was in my last video too. I actually showed myself pulling this card. I was slightly worried because it's a little thinner on the top than the bottom. I thought it was in between a 9 and 10, but it was flawless other than that top centering. But I think it's close. Honestly, it's probably 55-45, and it got the 10. So very nice clean card for the Jamar Chase silver. And it's not the variation, so it's kind of like the true silver rookie. Gem 10. Now the next one is a fun one. I also got it at the card shop that day. I don't think the card shop owner knew it was a short print. This is 2004, second year, and he's in the Indians. First pitch, uni. The card looks sharp other than this bottom left corner, just a touch of white. But I was hopeful for a mint 9. That's pretty much the only kind of damage it had. So I was hopeful to get a 9, and it did. Cool card. Nice looking short print. Great deal I got on that one. It's another we're starting hot on this order. This was actually a crack out. It was a BCCG. Do you remember those? Do they still even do that? It's like Beckett Collectors Club or something grading. It's highly risky to buy these and crack them out, because the 10 means it's just a mint or better. But when they say mint, that's pretty loose. But it looked great. I got it on eBay, and when I received it, I looked through the case. I didn't see any scratches or anything, so I cracked it open right away, sent it to PSA, and it got the 10. It looked like a Gem 10 when I cracked it out, so I was so thankful. Number out of 75. I love the 1984 football set, so it's nice to have this design. Russell Wilson gold refractor. Believe it or not, this is a Pop 2, so there's good value to this. I'm not sure exactly what it'll sell for, but Pop 2, that helps. Definitely helps. All right, next up, we got a Brock Purdy. I got this on Comp C Raw, and it was in between a 9 and a 10. I was a little worried about the centering. See, it's a little thicker on the left than the right, but it was sharp other than that, very clean, and this is a great time to get this card back. As much as I want to keep it, I probably will sell it. I'll just make too much of a profit not to. I think they're going for maybe around $375. He's winning games. Gem Mint 10. Next up, we got a red refractor of 2006 Topps Chrome. These are numbered at 259. I like the way they look, and I've always liked Ray Lewis, the poses he makes in all of his cards. It's just always badass poses. So, nice looking card, Gem Mint 10. Next up, we got a Keenan Allen. These, if you want to buy some raw cards and have them be Gem 10s, these Topps Magic from 2013. All the white border, white edges, white corners, even on the back. It's pretty much easy to grade cards. So I like buying these and grading them. They get Gem 10s a lot of the time. So Keenan Allen. Next up, we got a Tony Pollard. This is numbered out of 10. I like the way these stars kind of reflect and refract. It's a really cool card. But Absolute are tough to grade. They always have a little bit of kind of uplifting on the corners because it's essentially kind of foil a lot of the time. So, but this card was very clean. Maybe a touch of white on that back corner, but I thought it had a chance at a 10. So this is a nice looking 9 copy. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Even though the Cowboys just got destroyed by the Bills. Man, they're a frustrating team. But I still think they'll go pretty far in the playoffs. So, all right, next up. I had this card for a while. I just never graded it because there was a little bit of damage on the back, I thought. Factory damage, but I'm glad PSA overlooked it. I thought it would grade a 9, but I got the bump here. The front is a Gem 10 quality. Look at that. Not one surface scratch. But the back, see if you can see it right there. See that? That's not on the case. There's little factory dimples right there. I don't know. That just bugged me a lot. So I think this is a mint 9 copy. Nice to see PSA overlook it. They usually don't overlook these little defects, but they did it in this case. Donovan Mitchell, his rookie autograph. He's having a pretty nice career, and his card prices have slid down substantially, so it's not a terrible time to pick up his stuff. If his career trajectory is going the way it is, I think he'll be a Hall of Famer. This one, I believe, is an undergrade. It's the Chris Paul. That's on the case. It's not the card. It had minimal surface scratches. It's the last year they made Topps Chrome, 2009. Numbered out of 500 refractor. Sharp corners. On these cards, you need to worry about white showing up on the back corners. But overall, compared to other cards on the set, this was very, very nice. So I would say this is a mint 9 copy. But you've seen this order. I'm not going to complain. So I got an 8. The Chris Paul. Next up is another 8. I love this card. This card I might crack out and submit to SGC. I would love to see it. I think they would give it a 9. I would love to see it in a mint 9 holder. I think 8's a little low. Centering was pretty much there. Minimal surface scratches. It had right there. I don't know if you can see it. Just little surface marks right there. But that was just about it. Maybe a little bit up the top here. And the back look good. So these are numbered out of 25. You don't see a lot of Topps Chrome basketball cards numbered out of 25. The gold, usually they're numbered out of 50 or 99. So this year, they were extra short printed. Dominique Wilkins got a great deal on eBay on this card. Got an 8. But you'll probably see me send this to SGC down the road. Next up, this card is a Money Pit. I originally bought it as a BGS 9, a Mint 9. And at the time, I was building this refractor set in 9s or better, PSA 9s or better. And I cracked it out thinking I had a shot at a PSA 9. But when I cracked it out, I saw some surface scratches. You can kind of see a little bit right there. A little bit more on the surface right there. Other than that, the centering was great. Edges, everything looked pretty good. I thought worst case PSA 8, but I even graded it with SGC at one point, and it got a 7, and PSA gave it a 7 too. So I need to cut my losses, stop grading this card, and just know when to sell or hold. So I will not be grading this card anymore. It got a 7. This is a fun one. I actually looked, and it's a Pop 1, so I'm very happy with that. Chet Holmgren, he's having a great year. This is the Gold Shimmer 2021 Bowman University. I know it's kind of all unlicensed and stuff like that, but it's still a really cool card, and I got a great deal on eBay. I think I bought it for only $50. Numbered out of 50. It got a Gem 10. It looked great. So very happy with this one. I'm bummed about this one. I was really excited when I bought this Carmen Electra, and when I received it back, it looked Gem 10 quality. It has to be the centering, maybe a little thicker on the top than the bottom. I've noticed that PSA, when they do hammer centering, it's usually top to bottom, not left to right. They're more lenient left to right, and they're also more lenient, thicker on the top than the bottom. So, but when you get this card, you can see it's thinner on the bottom than the top, and that's kind of where they hammer you more. Still a very nice card, numbered at 99, and it's nice to see it slabbed up. Carmen Electra. Next up, okay, we're gonna do a crack and learn segment on this card, because usually I've been good. I've been catching all little surface indents, imperfections that could lead to PSA grading really low. I've been catching them. This card, it looked great. So we'll go ahead and crack this out at the end. So stick around if you want to see me do that. So while I finish up this video, I'll stick it in the... Is it the thicker case? Oh, I'm lucky. I don't think it is. It's not the newer... I thought it would be for sure. But if it is the newer PSA slab, I'll stick it in the freezer for a little bit and make it easier to crack out. But it feels like the regular one. Okay. Maybe not. It got a 6. I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it. 3 more cards left. We got Ja Morant. I love the look of these hyper pinks. I like the look of Optic in general. More so than Prism, actually. On this card, you think you need to be concerned about these thick kind of Prism refractor lines, you know. But on this card, all of them have it. So if you get a grader that understands that, then you will get the 10. So hopefully you will get the grader that understands it. You can see it right there. Other than that, centering 50-50. It looked great. Nice card. So I'm happy to get a 10 there. Good looking card. I'm excited to see him come back. 2 more cards left. This card was flawless other than the centering. I thought it had a chance if they were being lenient on the centering, but they were not. It's 60-40. 60 on the left and 40 on the right. So you can see, but other than that, not one flaw to this card. It was so fresh and clean. Tyrese Maxey, silver 9. So I understand the grade on that one. Oh no, we're going to end on the Giddy. So I sent this in before the allegations. You know, I'm disappointed in him, really, if he did do all that. It's pretty bad. This is the Tiger Stripe. It's a case hit. I had this raw for sale on my eBay store for, gosh, I feel like a year, and it just never sold. And I was like, well, why didn't I ever grade this? And I looked at it, and it looked great. So it got the 10. After the allegations, his price, did dip a lot. His card prices dipped. But I noticed, weird, they've kind of stabilized and gone up slightly, a little more. So I don't know if more news has come out where maybe the allegations weren't true, but it's not looking good in my opinion. But let me know if you guys have heard anything new about the Josh Giddey situation. Anyway, it's a cool looking card, Tiger Stripe. But we will end on a Josh Giddey. PSA should really implement some kind of program where if you have cards that are being graded and the player, like a Wander Franco or a Josh Giddey, does terrible allegations of domestic violence or underage stuff, where you should be able to tell them you don't want it graded and get your money back. Sounds silly, but that really hurts the value of these athletes doing that. Anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that order. It started off fire. All right, crack and learn section real quick. Luckily, it was not in the newer PSA thick slab, and this is how they come out, so nice and clean right away. I was able to snap on those edges. So it makes a huge difference having the kind of older slabs. Anyway, let's look, because I didn't think I missed anything when I initially sent this card in. I don't see any crescent dimples. I don't see anything, and the centering's nice. Corners are sharp. Those dimples are just part of the card. That's the style, you can kind of see. So the front has nothing wrong with this card. Let's go to the back. See if I missed anything on the back. I see a little something right here, but that is not very deep or concerning. Right here, I do see some right here. You guys see that? It looks like, yeah, there you go, right there. That looks like the mark you get when it's sitting in the graded holder wrong, like an SGC holder. Sometimes it kind of moves around into the frame and it bumps right here. Or even PSA, sometimes that does happen. So I don't think that should have knocked it to a 6, but it did. Maybe something slightly right here too. But I think that's where they got me right there. I personally, I think that would knock it to an 8. A 6 is a little bit of overkill, but not that it matters too much. So I don't know. I'll probably just sell this on ComC, or I don't know if later down the road, after his career is all said and done, he's a potential Hall of Famer, all that kind of stuff, then maybe I'll grade it with SGC or something. But there you go. That's the crack and learn section. But yeah, if I don't have a video before Christmas, I wish all of you a Merry Christmas, and I wish all of your families and you good health, and thank you for supporting me this last year and enjoying my videos.